Hey guys, welcome to the Stronger Marriage Podcast with Trey and Lee. We are so glad you joined us today. Thank you for listening.
Hey guys, so glad you're here.
Hey, we apologize. Last week we did not get a podcast out. We have been in the process of finishing up a book. The book is done. We received our author's copy and we love it. And we're so excited about sharing some info with you on the book. It is a devotional book or a devotional guide. You can do it by yourself or you can do it with your spouse. 31 days. You read, it's from the book of Proverbs, and you can read a chapter. It's all laid out really easy for you to do. For example, day 4, it's called Guard Your Heart, and you read Proverbs 4. And then we have got kind of a little devotional or some thoughts that deal with your marriage and with being a good spouse, and then some questions for you to answer. And we even have a prayer prompt, or you can have your own prayer of things that are covered that day. And we are so excited about it. That book is it's supposed to be out December 1st, but we will tell our podcast listeners you actually can go ahead and get it on Amazon if you want to.
It's available now.
It is available right now. We are so excited about that. We talk about spiritual intimacy all the time and how important it is that couples grow together spiritually. And we want couples to have this. We wrote that for this reason. We had so many couples that would go, what's a good book that either I can do or me and my spouse can do that we can do kind of a little Bible study together, or just kind of some spiritual stuff. And man, we love it and we're excited about it, and we will be telling you all about it in the upcoming future.
Pretty cool. I'm excited too.
Lee has worked very hard on this and put in lots of hours. She has.
Both of us.
She is the proofreading machine, and she has to work through a lot of stuff to make sure it looks good.
You ready to do this?
Let's do it. We're going to do something a little different. We had talked about doing one-sided marriages. We're going to save that for a week. Because it's Thanksgiving week, we've kind of made a little list of about 30 things that you can be thankful for marriage. And sometimes we forget to be thankful. And I heard several times this week that it is grateful people who are happy. It is not happy people who are grateful or thankful. We need to do a good job being grateful people. And the more we're grateful for our marriage and spouse, the better it makes our marriage.
That's true. I've been reading a lot lately about, the first thing you should do when you wake up in the morning is to focus on, don't grab your phone, look at your notifications, but focus for a few minutes on what you are grateful for.
Did you do that?
Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do.
What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for heat that comes on. I'm thankful for my health and that I can actually get out of a bed. So, you can just be grateful for all kinds of things if you really think about it.
Like turning on the light first thing in the morning.
Absolutely, yeah.
We don't give that much thought, and yet
Running water to
switch.
take a shower and have coffee.
That's right.
Yeah, so many things. So
let's talk about 30 things, and we'll go through about 30 of them or close, and we're just going to do these pretty quick for fun to remind you why marriage is a good thing and what you can be thankful for. So kicking it right off, one thing we thought of was
you have a live-in spider killer.
Yes, or bugs in general.
Any kind of bugs. Yes, that's pretty awesome. And I don't know about the rest of you, but Trey's real tall, and I have a live-in ladder that can reach things for me.
Hey, that's
also.
Not even one of the numbers.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I just, I can't reach this. Get that
we
down
mentioned something the other day about spider killing, and we had several people that kind of scolded us and said, no, don't kill spiders. I'm like, if there's a bug in my house.
In the house, it's dead.
It's going to probably meet its maker.
Yeah, spider killer, reacher, jar opener.
Yeah, that may be on this list. You may be jumping ahead.
Okay. Well,
yes, I tighten
all of those things.
I tighten jars just so you can call me and I can be your hero. I
right.
go through and tighten every jar in the fridge so that you can come in here and go, hey, baby, I need your help.
That's right. Okay, what's the second one?
Second one is studies have actually showed that married couples live longer and healthier lives than singles.
I'm thankful for that.
And so I think that's a good thing. There's a lot of health benefits, as crazy as that sounds, to being married and sharing your life with someone. And I think that's a pretty awesome reason to be thankful for marriage.
Sounds good. You get to have a sleepover with your best friend every night of the week. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid and could not wait until Friday night, so I could either go to my best friend's or she'd come to my house and we could have a sleepover and laugh and giggle and all those things girls do. But man, we get to do that every night.
Every night, and that makes it fun. In fact, the few times that you're gone or I'm gone, I honestly don't like climbing into an empty bed.
No, it's not a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I like it. I really do. And much like you did when you were a kid, we giggle sometimes and laugh and
That's right.
and everything else. So yeah, that just makes it fun. It's much more fun doing it with you than it is without you. Another thing is you have someone to build a family with.
Very thankful for that.
Me too. And this being Thanksgiving week, and we've got kids, our boys are coming in, a couple of them for Thanksgiving. We'll have all of them at Christmas. We have to share our married kids during Thanksgiving time, and they'll be coming in Christmas. But we have built a family that we absolutely are very proud of. It took a lot of work and a lot of headaches. It has not ever been easy. If anybody tells you building a family is easy and there's not headaches and heartaches, they're lying to you.
That's right. Next one, studies show that married couples have more sex and better sex.
You know, that is actually true. A lot of people say, in the world, I hear folks or see quotes where people go, I had great sex until I got married. Marriage doesn't kill sex. It doesn't kill romance. Laziness does. And when you quit communicating and you quit worrying about things, working on things, then that is a killer. And I think we would both attest, honestly, to the fact that it should be getting better every year. And every year you're thinking, man, it can't get any better than last year. And it does when we're talking intimacy and sexuality and things along those lines. But studies show that married couples have more sex and better sex. I'm thankful for that.
I'm thankful for
I'm just
that.
going to be honest with you. I'm thankful for that.
Yes.
Number 6. Here's one for you. You will always have someone to call, text, or talk to.
Very thankful for that.
We have country western songs out there right now that is what country people croon over in their songs, is having somebody that is there for them, and I've lost my love and whatever it is. And if you're married and if you're doing marriage right, you have open arms and open conversation at any moment to spend time to talk to. And if you've got a marriage where you love your spouse and your spouse is there for you, you've got what every country western singer sings about wishing they had.
That's right. And right now, during all of the quarantine and isolation that's going on, people that live alone, this is a tough thing for a lot of people. And there's a lot of people struggling with depression and whatever, because they are totally alone and isolated. And so to have a spouse to go through quarantine or isolation with is, I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah, me too. And when we kicked off quarantine, I was thinking about this the other day. We kind of kicked off quarantine, and honestly, we already spent a lot of time together. And then all of a sudden, we were like all the time together. And there was still a little bit of an adjustment that took place in there. I think we still kind of had to there's no break from one another. And we kind of adjusted. But I've actually enjoyed our even more time that I didn't think that could be together during quarantine time. I think this year, honestly, our friendship has deepened. Our relationship is better from actually spending more time together. And there were times where I thought, it can't get any better than what it is.
I think you're right.
Another thing that you can be thankful for is you have someone to be there during sickness. Mm-hmm. We talk about in sickness and in health.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you're sick, it is nice to have somebody there. As a man who has man sicknesses, which means I really just need somebody to give me some sympathy and pat me on the head and let me whine a little bit. And for you just to say, "Oh, you poor baby," that just means the world to me, and that makes me feel so much better.
That's true. We all want somebody to take care of us when we're sick. So yes, I'm very thankful for that.
Another reason to be thankful for marriage is you have a 2-person team to handle everything, meaning you don't have to do it by yourself. 2 people and 2 brains and 4 arms and work better than
That's right.
one.
Especially true when it comes to raising kids. I mean, having a 2-person team is just everything when it comes to raising a family.
Yep, it sure helps. It sure helps. Another thing is you have a lifelong cuddle buddy, or we kind of talked about that. Somewhere in there, lifelong somebody to snuggle on a couch with, or a sexual partner. We talked about that a little bit while ago. Another one?
You have someone to grow old with.
I like that too.
And it's going to take longer, as we learned from number 2, that you live longer. So you'll have a long time to grow old together.
Yeah, somebody to grow old with. I love the old quote that says, I look forward to the day when we're in our 80s and I can reach across the table and hold your hand and say, we made it, we did it. That's a pretty good goal. Pretty good goal.
Yep.
You can be each other's number one fan.
That's right. Everybody needs a number 1 fan.
And I tell you what, I love being the number 1 fan of Lee Morgan. I do. I need a foam finger that says number 1 fan. I need a jersey, that's got your number on it and your name on it, because I'm pretty happy.
What would
with
my
that.
number 1?
I think you would be number 1.
That would be number 1.
I think it would have to be number 1. I'm glad you said that. I'm not sure what your number would be, but it would definitely be number 1.
Would you be number 1 too?
Maybe I could be 1.5.
Okay. No.
Something like that. But I love, you do a very good job at this, at being my biggest fan. You make me feel very special when you cheer for me and praise me and everything else, and you're really good at that.
I'm thankful that we have that in each other.
Yep. We actually talked about the next one already a little bit.
We did a little bit. It goes with that one you already did. Number 12, sex gets better the longer you're together.
And we've talked about this in podcasts. If you're sitting here listening going, but hey, it's not better for us. You got some options out there. We have talked about this. Scroll back through the podcasts and look at the ones on intimacy. If there's some issues with your health, see a doctor. If there's some issues with some past history that's not good, maybe you need to see a counselor. Take care of your body. Read a book on intimacy. There's a lot of good Christian books on intimacy. Attend a workshop that talk. We spend a whole hour talking about sex in our workshop. But there's a lot of ways to improve your sex life. You don't have to be satisfied with where it is. And that's a good thing.
That's right. A lot of people just have a hard time communicating about it. So I think that a book would be an excellent resource in that case, because you could just, take turns reading a chapter and talk about what you just read.
There you go. Another thing to be thankful for is you get to kiss. You get to kiss a lot if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, or hold hands a lot, and you get all that kind of stuff, and that's good stuff. You can be as affectionate as you want.
Oh, the next one's making me laugh a little bit.
Tell us what it is.
You get a human blanket to keep you warm at night.
Well, that doesn't really fit for our marriage.
No, because I can't sleep if you're touching me.
That's exactly right.
Some people love this probably and like
Snuggling
to cuddle and stay warm, but yeah.
We do our snuggling, and then it's like, all right, it's time for bed. Go to your side. Get over there. So a warm human blanket at night. Y'all may be snugglers at night.
Now, we did stay at a place one time that had no insulation
and no heat,
and it was cold. I mean, like it was. I don't know. Do you think it was below freezing?
No, I think it was below freezing. We slept on somebody's little porch one time.
Oh my goodness!
And you could see our breath.
Oh
and that night you were my cuddle bug.
I don't think we could have cuddled any closer.
Yeah.
And we were still freezing.
It was cold.
It's
pretty miserable.
I was very thankful for you that
night. There you go. We may need to do that again sometime. Right. Can we do that again without the cold?
Yeah.
All right. There is always someone, here's another reason, there's always someone to celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, and Valentine's Day with. Just special days. You always got somebody to celebrate a day with. Anniversary date, a Valentine's date. One of those days, it is you got somebody to celebrate with, and that's very special.
That is. This makes me laugh too. When it comes to kids, it's 2 of you against them.
There you go. And sometimes you need to. Oh my goodness. There's been we've had one child that we've had to gang up on because it took 2 of us, right? Just because he's a little more hard-headed than the rest. But when it comes to kids, there's 2 of you against them, and sometimes it takes 2 of you to get that done. That's not an easy thing. Another thing we're thankful for is companionship is comforting. It is nice having companionship in marriage and a life partner to do things with. Whatever it is, somebody to tag team a grocery list, running kids different places, whatever it is good to have companionship.
It is good.
Oh, I love number 18.
Oh, well, okay. What is it?
Number 18.
This is true statement.
Sex can count as a birthday present.
Did you make this list?
As a man who sexual fulfillment is toward the top of my list, I have told my wife many times that sex is always a great last minute gift idea. If you're not sure what to get, that's always a good thing. And I've oftentimes thought, boy, we're really good. I'm about to go out there for a second. I've oftentimes imagined us in a old folks home together. You know, can you imagine our grandkids or our kids coming to visit, and I can just see me a little loopy, and one of them going, "Dad, we just came to say happy birthday to you. You're 87 today or 93, and hey, this is my birthday. It is your birthday. Where's your mom?" You know. But sex can count as a gift if that's your kind of marriage. Right. You may not be in a marriage to where that is the exciting birthday gift that you would like to receive, but for some people, you're all right with that. Okay. So there you go. What's the next one? That one was a good one. We should just stop right there.
No,
let's call it quits.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay.
Let's keep going. Number 19 is the emotional support of a spouse is priceless.
It is true.
It is true.
Having somebody there to communicate with and sometimes be frustrated with.
Just a shoulder to cry on when you need one.
Lee told me this morning. Board. Lee told me this morning, said, "You sound frustrated." And I said, "Yeah, I was a little frustrated." And when you've been married long enough that your spouse knows by overhearing a conversation that you're frustrated or a look on your face that something's wrong, man, there's just something special about that, being able to connect with someone without words sometimes. And that's a pretty cool thing.
That's right.
That is a pretty cool thing. Where are we on our list?
Number 20.
Which is, 20 is another fantastic one. You are always with your best friend. And that's really how marriage should be built. You get to hang out with your best friend all the time, and that is the way to do things.
Yep, good stuff. 21, you have someone to open jars and lift heavy things. Oh, see, I didn't think about the heavy things. That's
lifting
true
heavy things. I get to lift heavy things. I get to be your hero.
You are my hero.
Yeah, and I get to open jars.
Opening jars and lifting heavy things and killing bugs and reaching tall things. Yep.
I like to be your hero. That makes me feel good. Another good reason or thing to be thankful for is you have someone to share special moments. Something good happens at work. Something exciting happens. Man, the first person I want to call is my wife and go, "Man, you got to..." In fact, I get frustrated sometimes when I'm somewhere and I want to go, "You've got to see this," and I know that you can't. Or I eat something really good somewhere and I'll go, "Oh, I wish my wife was here to taste this."
I want to share it.
Yeah, because that's just kind of how it's supposed to work. Just how it's supposed to work.
Yeah. You have someone to make you laugh.
We kind of do that.
I'm thankful for that. Yeah.
I
Laughter
like it.
is
I
good
love
medicine.
One of my favorite things, we've done our Stronger Marriage Workshop and Family Workshop enough that Lee kind of knows what I'm going to say most all of the time. But I am a little bit off the cuff sometimes. I'll kind of make it up as I go for fun. And I know if I look over and she is laughing at something I'm saying, both arms in the air and I'm celebrating because I'm thinking, I made her laugh. Yeah, that makes me feel good. I love making you laugh. Another one is you get to tell folks, "I am taken." I did that yesterday.
Did you?
I did. We were in a Walmart and the little cash register lady and I were having a really good visit, and she said something about, "this is a pretty shirt." And I said, "Yeah, I'm hoping to give it to my wife and she can give it to me for Christmas." And she said, "Does it work that way at your house?" And I said, "Well, I don't know, but I probably shouldn't have bought it for myself today." But she said, "You probably have a lucky wife." And I pointed right down there. I said, "Yep, she's 2 people behind me in this line. She's the pretty girl back there." And I pointed you out, and I thought, I'm taken.
Aww.
You know, and I like that.
Yeah, and that's what kind of the next one says. You get to say that he or she is mine.
That's exactly right. And sometimes it works the other way around in the sense of, somebody walks up to you sometimes and goes, "Is this guy over here bothering you?" And you go, "Yeah, but we're married, so it's legal."
No.
But yes, he or she is mine. That's a pretty good thing. I like my wedding ring, but I like yours even better because I love seeing your wedding ring on your finger because it reminds me, hey, that's mine. She is committed to me, and that's a good thing. 2 or 3 more. You can pick up on one another. You pick one another up after a hard day. So if you had a rough day at work, you can kind of encourage one another. Mm-hmm. And so we try to do that every now and then.
I think so. I'm very thankful to have somebody that will pick me up.
Yep. You have someone to share your best moments with. Kind of had one like that a while ago, but it's just really, really nice being able to call somebody and go, hey, I got to tell this to you.
Mm-hmm. And to do those special memories, make special memories together, I guess
That's
could
right.
go along with that one.
That's right.
You have someone to hold your hand during your hardest moments, or just to hold your hand.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't even have to be
I
during
can
hard
think
times.
of some of my hardest moments back in all the past 30 years we've been married or so. And one of the most thankful things that I am thankful for is the fact that you were there to hold my hand or be with me at that time, you know, whether it was a loss of a parent or just cancer, whatever it was, just having my spouse there by my side. We actually wrote about that in our book, this one. Having your spouse by your side during those tough times, man, there's nothing like it.
Yeah.
Can't even imagine. Don't even want to do that, ever.
That's right.
You have someone to share inside jokes with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a secret club, right? You have inside jokes, and yeah, that's what marriage is. It's kind of like a secret club.
It's just one
Private
big,
club.
It's one big inside joke.
It's one big inside joke. We have lots of inside jokes.
We do.
Keywords, things we say that make us laugh, and things along those lines. And then number 30, here's our last one. You have an awesome partner to do life with, and that's a good thing. Now, we could say a whole lot more. We could have made this list super, super long. But, man, here were 30 quick things that we thought of that you could be thankful for marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And we think that sometimes the best thing we can do is remind ourselves how blessed we are.
I think so. And so, should we throw out a little challenge to everybody listening?
Let's do it.
Maybe send your spouse a text message or write them a sweet card and tell them a handful of things that you're thankful for about them and your relationship for this week, for Thanksgiving.
That's it. You can do at least 5. I have no doubt you can come up with 5
Easy.
because I've helped you with a whole bunch of those.
I mean, just copy what we said off the list.
That's it.
You don't even have to
it.
think.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think that works, but I think that's a good challenge. Do that this week. Next week, we'll be back with what do we do when we're in a one-sided marriage? Meaning, if I feel like I'm the only one working and I can't get my spouse to pick up their side, what are my options? And we've got about 8 options for you on things and ways of things you can do when you feel like I'm the only one working in this marriage.
And that's sad but true. We hear it far too many times when we'll make a post about, here's how you can have a great marriage, and then somebody will always comment, but what if you're the only one trying?
Yeah.
And it just seems like every single thing we post, somebody makes that comment. But what if I'm the only one trying?
Yeah.
So
we're going to talk about that next week.
yeah.
And then a week after that, we've got a special guest coming on. We're going to do
That'll
an
be
interview.
fun, yeah.
Yes, we are.
That'll
So
be-
y'all have a great Thanksgiving and a blessed weekend. Hope you get to
Yes.
see some family, but you stay safe, okay?
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.
Bye-bye.